Meeting to order. I'll stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance. Item 2, approval of the minutes of July 11th.
Motion to approve the minutes from July 11th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 3, communications, none. I assume still none, Tim, Dan? Okay. Item 4, unfinished business, none. Item 5, new business. A, Russell and Laura Wankowski and W293 and 3112 Poplar Drive for a consideration possible action on the approval of a certified survey map to reconfigure multiple existing lots located at W293 and 3112 Poplar Drive into 2 lots. Tax key numbers DELT 0764-0222 and 0764-040.
All right, up on the screen, I have the location identified. If you look real closely, you can see some of the dashed lines on text key number 764022. There's 4 small lots that were created as part of the plat, as part of the subdivision plat. And then there's this other lot to the east that is an entire lot. There was also some road vacations throughout the years, and so some of those have been attached to these properties as well. And so there's numerous properties, existing properties. Their proposal is to create a certified survey map. There's some additional lands that will be a part of that. This This is the certified survey map that's being proposed. The area shaded in blue to the north there is lands that are part of Outlot 9 of Woodridge Estates subdivision that they are in process of acquiring, and that is to address encroachment of the driveway and, as you can see, some of the house into that property. I don't have a history as to how that all happened, but nevertheless, it's there, and they're trying to address that. When Woodridge Estates was considered, I think that was back in 2013, 2014 range, this was discussed, and I think there was minutes in the meeting about this, and our attorney had some questions about can we do this, who's got to sign the deed was one of his concerns about that. In this particular case, that outlot is actually owned by it's called the Woodridge Estates Homeowners Association Incorporated. The other open space in the subdivision, that's owned by the lot owners of Woodridge Estates 1 and 2, basically. So there's a little different. It's all kind of operated, my understanding is all kind of overseen by the Homeowners Association as a whole, but if this land is deeded over, it's my understanding and our attorney's understanding that the only people that would have to sign off on that property on a deed would be the officers of the corporation that owns that property. All that would be part of, obviously, the rest of the land would continue to remain as an outlot as part of Woodridge Estates and not to be developed. It was the case at that time. So let's see, some other comments here. Access to the two lots will be via Poplar Drive. As far as the technical portion of it, the surveyor has addressed many of my comments. I did have some additional comments that I sent back to him after I received the CSM that was dated 7/25/23. I had a discussion with one of the HOA members. They said that they've been in touch with the owner and the attorney for the owner regarding that. I don't think that deed or transaction has taken place yet, but my recommendation is approval of the CSM subject to resolution of the outstanding comments, including Heartland and Waukesha County, which we have not seen yet, and that the CSM not be executed by the town until the land on which there's an encroachment that parcel of land, it's a little over 5,000 acres, is added to their land. We want to get this thing cleaned up prior to the CSM being recorded, shall we say. And they could be recorded at the same time. It might be a little easier if it was done, if we didn't sign it until we knew that that land was attached. We don't want, I do not want to record the CSM with the anticipation that it's going to happen, because sometimes it doesn't happen. You know, as we can see, and it never happened in 2013, 14. So that's why it's happening now. And the owner and the attorney are here for any questions or any updates you want to get from them.
Tim, your letter to them had a number of changes, some technical, some substantive. I assume you did not get the updated CSM, for example, removing the city of Delafield and other things, because I think the version we have in here still has those errors. Is that right?
Well, I did get, I don't know what version that you got.
The version we got still had some of the city of Delafield references
Okay,
and
so
things
they-
like that.
yeah,
So
they
my
did-
question is really, did you get an updated one?
I did get an updated one, but there's still some items on there that needed to be, technical items that needed to be changed, but they're more minor in nature, I would say.
I think the updated one still had some corrections that need to be made. A couple
Yeah.
of things that had to be changed.
Okay.
Which would be addressed prior to it going to the board, I would say. I think the big issue would be the intent would be, we can get it through Plan Commission if we want to get it to the board as well. And then we would just wait until they get the deed ready and get the signatures and that transaction done before we would do either sign the document and then get it recorded, really, is where we're heading on that. I know I did hear from an adjacent property owner. There was a question about lake access and pyramiding. And I'm kind of deferring to the county on that, because the county has rules regarding what kind of lake access. So this property does, I'm sorry, the original properties in the plat apparently did have some type of lake access, which is like a 16-foot strip of land from Hillcrest down to the lake. I don't think it shows up right, this little strip right, does that show up there?
Yeah.
This little strip right here is called Lake Lane, is what it's called, and there's a document that created that.
Where is it, Dean?
It's right here.
You can walk your canoe,
Oh, the pointer doesn't show up, okay. So,
walk your canoe down it.
yeah, you got that, it's just that little strip there, sorry.
But right now, each of how many ever lots make up the two would have that access, so we're actually reducing the number of lots that
I
have
never looked
access.
at the documents, so I don't know who actually has lake access there. It's my understanding that the people in that plat of, what is it?
Pewaukee Highlands.
They all have access to that. They can't have a pier out there, and it's 16 feet, so you really can't, there's not really a launch.
Ingress
there.
and egress.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
walking
there's
a
no
canoe.
peer rights.
That's my understanding, is that there's no pier rights. on
How does the second lot get access off of Poplar?
Where Orchard was
This
vacated.
this one here, or the
After
one,
it's done.
040?
Yeah,
That actually has frontage on Orchard, to be honest with you.
yeah, I thought so, but you said both of them had access
Yeah,
off Poplar.
so
I don't-
this is the new layout. So the other layout was kind of north-south direction. This one's east-west, and
Okay.
so both of them have frontage on Poplar Drive.
Gotcha, okay.
The lake access is split by all those homes we see on Poplar and Orchard? Is it that many?
That's my understanding, yes.
And we've been combining those tiny little 40-foot wide lots. I mean, several of them are combined already.
In essence, they have combined them by tax key number.
Yeah.
This makes it an official, and they're changing the configuration on all this as well, so.
So your read is we're going from 5 to 2?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm also comfortable with Tim's deferring it to the county because it's all county ordinance.
It's all in the county jurisdiction. As
yeah.
far
You're
as,
talking about
as
the-
far as the lake,
yeah,
the lake
lake
access.
access, they have the pyramiding rules. We don't have those rules because we don't have that shoreline jurisdiction.
Okay.
There's no pier, and it's just egress, then it's really...
I think the bigger concern, though, is they also own that Lot B there, so we're really, creating an additional,
Where's lot B?
That would be this one down here. Another lot that's here. Let's see, let me go back to the aerial.
want
So
to bring
this
that to
would
the
be-
plan commission's attention.
This would be a lot, this is a lot here that they own as well.
But that's not subject to today's.
No, it's not, but it's just, I mean, as a planning commission, I think we need to at least be aware of that for the future, that there may be another CSM in the future.
There is a navigable stream that kind of goes through that lot, so I'm not sure if that lot is actually buildable.
Right, that's up to the county, so.
I'm sure, maybe it is with some variances through the county, but. Can we ask,
Because
can we
if
ask a
they did
question?
if they did another CSM where they took the new lots and that third parcel and reconfigured it, but future issue for a future plan.
Yeah, it's a future issue, but
Could
just
be, yeah.
be aware.
Can we ask questions of the owner?
We want.
Are we ready? Maybe we can ask that. Have you considered, you're the owner, right? You're Russ? Yeah. Have you considered what to do with that
Ask them to come to
lot?
the microphone so the people on YouTube
yeah.
can watch.
I guess the question is, have you considered what you would do with that lot that's got the tax key number 764041? What,
At this point, we have no plans for it.
okay,
It's just there and it's lawn.
lawn,
Grass to
with a
cut.
driveway, it does have a driveway through it that gets access to the properties to the northeast of Hillcrest there. It kind of cuts across your you know that, right?
Orchard Avenue actually encroaches on that
That property,
property. It's
yeah.
been there long before I came into being, yes.
Any other questions? I don't want to sign it until the quitclaim deed is filed.
Yeah, no, we shouldn't, no.
So we
no.
could make that part of the motion.
Yeah,
Better to table it until that information, or is it better to?
We're here, we've reviewed it. If we're willing to approve it, if we approve it, subject to getting the quitclaim deed recorded.
yeah, it'd be subject to the quick claim deed recorded, be subject to the technical corrections, and subject to any comments from the Village of Heartland. They got executorial plat review, and then any comments from Waukesha County. So I will make a recommendation to the town board to approve the CSM dated, what was it, July 25th, 23, subject to the technical corrections from Tim and the town of Delafield, the executorial plat comments from the Village of Heartland, and any comments from Waukesha County, and it will not be recorded until the quick claim deed or the transfer of the land from Woodward Estates occurs.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.
I want to thank you guys for taking the time to do this for us out here. You are the unsung heroes in this town as far as I'm concerned.
Come next month.
Yeah,
Mark.
that's right.
We're the enemies.
So can I just ask, you're still in contact with the HOA? Yes. And so that'll continue? I guess, when would be the next meeting?
15th, the town board.
Oh, okay. The board, next town board is the 15th, so if you can get that resolved before that, then you can move this along.
Okay.
There'd be a little bit more comfort on the town board level if it was done, or a little bit more than we have, that we have right now.
Okay. Understood.
I have expressed an interest in possibly
Okay.
All right,
All right,
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Item 5B, U.S. Cellular by Gara Fluid, Falk and Foster, rate consideration and possible action on a request to install 6 new short panel antennas and 1 GPS antenna on the communication tower located at N44W29190 Oxford Drive, tax key number 0728998001.
If you don't know where it is, it's actually north of Prairie Wind Circle. Oxford Drive is actually in a road that's in Heartland. The access is, it has an Oxford Drive address because the driveway comes off of Oxford Drive, and then it extends to the north to this piece of property that's got the tower on it. What they are doing, that photo on the right is what they are proposing to do at 3 locations on the tower. 2 of them are at the 139-foot tower, the lower level. You can see it in red on this picture on the left, as well as one that's to the north. This is the first time I've seen like what I call the short cell towers, and they have 2 towers. We normally see the ones that are, you can see the other ones that are there. They're flat panel tower or antennas that are like 4 feet in height. So these are 2 small antennas that are still, attached together in some way, and they still have this similar cabling. Their other antenna that they're going to place is actually just on next to a building. It's just a GPS location antenna on there, very small antenna, barely visible, but they included that in their request on that. So the proposal is to really 6 new short panels and then 1 GPS panel. They did provide a structural analysis. I think that's within your packet. They indicated no structural modifications are necessary for that. And then the state statutes do not consider this, by definition, it's not a substantial modification. If it was substantial, it'd be raising the height of the tower and doing some expansion of the grounds and things like that. So it's not considered substantial, so we're able to go through our plan commission and town board approval process similar to what we would do for a commercial development. The state statutes provide 24, they call them limitations, and so I went through each one. They don't violate any limitation that's in the state statutes. And our code doesn't really have a lot of regulations. It's more deference to the state statutes in this situation. So it's a complete application. I'm recommending that we approve it as proposed, and then provide a recommendation. It does have to go to the town board for approval as well.
Motion that we recommend to the town board to approve the installation of changing the short channel antennas and the 1 GPS antenna on the communication tower located at N44W29190 Oxford Drive, tax key number 0728-998-001.
Second.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Item 6, discussion, none. Item 7, next meeting, September 5th, day after Labor Day. That work for everybody?
Yes.
The anticipation is that will be through the county and sewer pack.
So it's still very tentative.
Yeah, it's not for sure.
Pardon?
It's not for
Very
sure.
tentative.
It's not for sure. We don't have sewer pack's response yet, and we have to get it out as well as the county does. So we'll see, but that, just so you're aware of that, it would be good if everybody could attend that, if we.
Thank you. Item 8,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you, Kevin.
No.
No, we dilly-dallied there.